Uh-huh.
You're in for it now.
Maxon's waiting to talk to
Sir.
you, and I'm not
Remarkable
throwing the
work,
switch until
Knight.
he gives us the
The
go.
signal interceptor appears to be complete. Are you ready to put it to the test?
You sure Ingram knows what she's doing?
Proctor Ingram's managed to keep a 40,000-ton airship aloft for the past 5 years. I'd say that earns her the benefit of the doubt. That being said, this is the first time we've attempted to directly adapt Institute technology. When we throw that switch, we don't know exactly what's gonna happen. God willing, you'll end up inside the Institute, and the mission can continue.
Nothing's gonna stop me when I'm so close to the...
Eager to get inside, huh? Good. Now, I want you to listen very carefully. Once you've entered the Institute, we expect to lose contact. So it's About 10 years ago, the Brotherhood began recruiting civilian scientists from the capital wasteland to assist with various projects. During this process, we were able to obtain the services of Dr. Madison Lee.
Right. That's fortunate.
Yes, it was. Securing useful resources during wartime is critical. That said, Dr. Lee's contributions to our cause were instrumental in maintaining order in the capital wasteland. After some time, she developed differences with the Brotherhood and exiled herself to the Commonwealth. We're fairly certain that her intent was to make contact with the Institute.
She was a valuable resource. It was a mistake to let her leave.
Agreed. I wish our predecessors would have had your foresight. Your mission is simple. Once you're inside the Institute, we want you to track down Dr. Lee's whereabouts. If you find out that she's...
Sure.
There's a special project we're working...
Uh-huh. Consider it done, Elder.
Very good. Very good. Listen to me now. I'm well aware that you're risking your life going into the Institute blind. Just keep your mind on the... Good luck.
I've checked and rechecked everything. I think the signal...
Let's do this.
All right. Head up on... Pull yourself together. Get up onto that platform. Let's see. Relays dialed in. Beam... Looks green.
What do you think?
Let me start scanning for the signal. Cross your fingers. I'm inputting the code now. Wow, there's a heck of a lot of interference and ghosting. It's gonna take a minute or two to lock in. By the way, this little trip you're taking is a heck of an opportunity to find out as much as we can about the Institute and what they're up to. I put a clever little program on this holotape that'll scan their network and download anything it finds. If you place it in any terminal down there, it'll do the rest. Bring it back to me and I'll see if I can make sense of whatever it found. Well, well, looks like we have a winner. RF wave capture complete. Ramping the emitter. 60%, 80%. Emitter spiking but steady. All that's left is to throw the transmit switch. Transmitting in 3, 2, 1. Stay safe, soldier.
Hello. I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I'm known as Fawn. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator. I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression. Welcome to the Institute. This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Countless experiments, trials, how science can help shape the future. Our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific...
Yes,
personally.
I'm Sean.
You are here for your son.
Sean? Oh my god. It's really you.
Who are you?
Sean, where is everyone?
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
We're leaving this place. Together. Okay, Sean?
What's going on? Father? Father!
Shh, shh. It'll be okay, Sean. I'm here
I
now.
don't know you. Go...
Who is Father? Where is he?
Father? Father, help me! He's trying to take me! Father? Father, help me!
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus.
Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
Uh-huh. I could kill you. Right here. Right now.
Yes. Yes, you could. And I would be powerless to stop you.
I'll make this very simple. Where is my son?
He's here, in the Institute. Closer than you think. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been rewarded. It's good to finally meet you, after all this time. It's me. I am Sean. I am your son.
How is that even possible?
I know this is a lot to take in. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the sun you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality, and here I am. Raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
But why? Why take a child? Why take you?
Ah, now that's the question, isn't it? Why me? At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity, and the goal. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking.
Human synths? Really?
Human-like synths. A great distinction. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course. But it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source in the Institute found me after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed.
And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
— 60 years. So much time. Wasted.
I know. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
Kellogg. He worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became...
Right. After what I've seen, I pity the man. He was...
After what he did to you, I'm shocked you would be so generous. But yes, I understand you've experienced things. Perhaps you ended up knowing him better. I, for one, will never truly forgive him. The Institute took advantage of Kellogg's vicious nature. I will freely admit that. Institute technology prolonged his life, and his usefulness far beyond any normal human lifespan. He never failed the Institute, but his cruelty became more apparent with every completed objective. I won't lie. It's no coincidence your path crossed his. It seemed a fitting way to allow you, us, to have some amount of revenge. What else can I say to ease your mind?
Your mother. She never got to see you grow up?
Yes. What happened to her? What I've got...
Really? Collateral damage? Is that all she was to you?
I forget that it's been such a short time for you. I don't...
Sure.
Has it all... With old age comes regret. But what else can I say?
I think I've heard enough for now.
Very well. The Institute is on the verge of some...
Yes, that's what I want.
I know. I know you've been through so much. I'm pleased to see... Forgive me. I'd assume there is much to be done. You'll need time to acclimate yourself. A chance to become acquainted with our procedures.
I'll do whatever it takes. It's worth it.
I am glad to hear that. The Institute is now your home, as much as it is mine. You want? And finally...
Almost done.
Doctor.
Tighten up this primary drive servo.
You really are here. Well, all right. I'm Alan. Alan. But Father, if you don't mind...
I wanted to kill the son of a bitch who murdered my wife.
Kellogg always was a cold bastard. If you ask me, we're better off without him. Now, I'll give you a quick rundown of the facilities that, as you might guess, we maintain. There's a lot of machine work we do might... So, now?
Absolutely.
Oh, good to hear. Take your time. If there's anything else...
I'm good for now. Thanks.
Goodbye, but...
What are you going to tell me about this?
Nothing. At this point, she's just doing it for fun.
Doctor.
Oh, it's you. You're not authorized to be here.
Actually, I was looking for you.
Me? Why?
You're the scientist. Why do you think I'm here?
Well, let's see. A Brotherhood of Steel airship arrives in the Commonwealth. You find a way to intercept our teleport signal, and now you show up at my door. I knew it was just a matter of time before your people would track me. I've been looking over my...
I'm only here with good intentions.
You're giving me your word, even though we just met?
Uh-huh.
I might not agree. Say what you came here.
Are you happy here?
You'd think being surrounded by cutting-edge laboratory equipment and some of the greatest minds the world's ever known would be enough. Only problem is the lack of transparency. I don't think we get the full story on everything that occurs down here. What does that have to do with why we're talking?
The Brotherhood needs your help, Doctor.
Needs my help. They seem to have every...
The Brotherhood valued your presence.
Well, how... Tell me something.
Uh-huh.
Why would I... What reason would I...
I was just told to get you to come back.
The Brotherhood wants me back, and the best they can do is send a robot that does nothing but follow orders. Sorry, but you're going to have to do a lot better than that. What's with the silent treatment?
I give up. What would it take?
All right. I had several months. I wanted to help with the incident never sat right with me. The more I asked about it, the more I felt like Father was deflecting my questions. If you bring me solid information on what killed him, I'll take it as a favor from the Brotherhood and consider your offer. Do we have a deal?
Deal.
All right. Dr. Virgil's lab. I can give you a code. I'd tell you to be quiet about it. And fine. Now, I've been told to you're to be given full access.
Sure. Thank you. I'm sure that'll come in handy.
Given that the relay is the only way to access, in case, if nothing else. Speaking of...
I've had to put everything else to one side.
I wonder how the Warwick family is doing. Young Wally must be close to 10 years old. Remarkable that any child can survive for so long up there, don't you think?
That's it.
I don't have to think too much about it. We have more than enough to occupy ourselves here. Those people are the last members of the dying past. It's best not to dwell on the subject.
At least admit that it's incredible. After all, how can we hope to redefine mankind if we can't even hold on to our own humanity?
Well, that's a question best left to our colleagues in the robotics division.
Yes.
Got it.
guy's hot.
That's it.
Dr. Holden sends the radar situation, promising results. To keep unnecessary power consumption to a minimum. Don't recharge unless your primary levels are below 2%. Also, if you haven't patched your navigation software, do so.
You know the protocol, sir. Authorized personnel only.
So, Doctor,
No disciplinary action.
Dr. Lee.
Took you long enough to find that evidence.
I'm afraid it's bad news.
Since when do you know what I consider bad news? Just let me hear it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna make sure the whole program is shut down. If not for good, then at least for years to come. After that, I know what I'm about to do will be seen as a betrayal. Treason, he'll probably call it. So, I'm leaving. I have a plan. And if it works, I'll be somewhere safe.
Uh-huh. Is this enough to convince you?
More than enough. I came to the Institute to get away from the Brotherhood. From the whole world. I just wanted to do my research in peace. Father took me in and gave me access to cutting-edge technology that I only dreamed. I became jaded. I thought, but now, if they lied, I'll make my way back. Tell whoever...
so good to have you here. Dr. Clayton Holdren, head of the... I can't wait for you to see...
Like what?
I was just about to explain that. As the name implies, the Bioscience Division specializes in fields of study such as botany, genetics, and medicine. Our most important directive is to that. We've even started to explore... You probably...
The gorillas are synths too?
They are indeed. Judging by your reaction, we've done a good job. The initial... I'm sure...
I doubt it.
It's a big... In any case...
I'm good for now. Thanks.
Take care, then.
I'm seriously thinking of heading over to robotics to knock some heads together.
What now?
They're dragging their feet on the targeting package upgrades I have. Send a message.
Please don't. There's enough friction as it is between us and pretty much all the other departments.
You going soft on me, Alana? My methods get results, and they will this time as well. You'll see.
Hi, Doc.
So, here you are. Justin Ayo, acting director of the Synth Retention Bureau. I'll be upfront.
Right.
Despite your relation, I'm sure...
I guess we'll find out.
Indeed. Now, Father, our primary responsibility... population on the surface.
If the synths want to be free...
Synths do. As to why they're escaping? That matter is our main instrument, coursers, hunt down. They are highly skilled, but I gather you know all.
Sure.
In fact...
I hate to break it to you, but your courser wasn't all that tough.
Then it's likely the unit was defective. It's rare, but faults can occur from time to time. I suppose I'll have to ask robotics to perform detailed diagnostics on the entire production run. Now, unless you need...
Enough. I'm good for now. Thanks.
Very well.
Now that you've had a chance to see these...
If you expect me to be impressed by a lot of fancy sci-fi gizmos, you'd be wrong.
I see. It's not just about the gizmos, as you say. Ultimately, all our knowledge and resources are focused on a single goal. Unfortunately, no one as remarkable as our synths, the superior synth mind and...
So it's like every other wonder gizmo ever invented. When will you eggheads learn?
Have faith. Let me show you how we deal with such problems. A rogue synth has taken over the Raider gang and his memories have been erased. Under his...
Right.
I've dispatched...
We'll bring that synth home.
That would be best for everyone. Now you should get moving.
I received word that Dr. Lee is returning to us.
Will she be harmed if she...
Dr. Lee. The last thing we'd want, as soon as Dr. Lee...
Right.
She's been under the... Now, I want you, once again...
Here's your holotape, Proctor. Hope the data on that thing was worth it.
Thanks. You know, it's good to see you.
You didn't expect me to survive the trip?
The device. I find it tough to have faith in tech. Speaking of dying.
So we were just shooting in the dark?
It was the best we could come up with on such short notice. Before, I'm sure the instant after that, in the meet. So, I bet you're eager to...
Why all the secrecy?
We're pouring every resource we have into this thing. We can't risk tipping off the Institute. For now, the fewer people that know about it, the better. Come on, it's this way. Unless you're blind as a bat, I'm sure you noticed. Now the Pridwen might be a big beast, but she's not built for fighting. That's where our new problem comes in. This storage bay full of parts left. The Brotherhood used it in the Capital Wasteland as a weapon against the Enclave. It's the most advanced robot the Brotherhood has ever had at its disposal. Fortunately, Liberty Prime was destroyed in the line of duty. I've spent the better part of the last few years piecing him back together. And if you think that was easy, try rebuilding a Protectron while you're blindfolded.
Proctor Ingram.
In order to get Liberty Prime fully operational.
Right. It'll take a miracle to get this pile of junk operational.
You think he looks rough now? You should have seen him when I unsealed the salvage crates filled with his parts. Now, the good news is that we've got most of Prime's parts fully assembled. The bad news is that it's going to take more than a few rivets and some spot welding to get them working again. The first problem is his CPU. It's fragile. Every time we try to feed power to it, it blows itself out.
That doesn't sound hard to fix.
Oh yeah, sure. As much as I... Luckily, she was on the original... I've already spoken to her, but... If you...
Sure.
Hold up, Knight. Let me make one thing clear. As a member of the Brotherhood, you serve under my... When I give you a...
I have orders from Elder Maxon, Captain.
And those are your top priority. But you take orders. I want the Brotherhood. We've dispatched a number. The previous team.
Was there a rescue mission?
Of course not. We don't have the resources or the manpower to conduct a search like that. Recon teams in the field have to rely on their skills and training to survive. They know the risks, but we honor those who give their lives in the line of duty. Your orders are to search for the missing recon team and recover them.
Understood.
Their insertion point Monitor, acquire, that's all, Knight.
Attention all personnel. I'm disappointed I need to address this, but unsanctioned social contact with Commonwealth natives is strictly prohibited. Anyone who is engaged in such fraternization should report to Knight Captain Cade for immediate decontamination. That is all.
Excuse me, Dr. Lee?
If you're here to talk me into working on Liberty Prime...
Uh-huh. One of us is a liar, and it isn't me.
Oh, don't try and pin that nonsense on me. But I've been down this road with
Dr. Lee.
If you're here to talk me into working on Liberty Prime...
We had a deal.
I said I'd return, but I've been down this road. Why would I make...
Why won't you help us with Liberty Prime?
I originally left the Brotherhood because I was tired of being stepped on and used. First, there was the Water Purification Project, designed to freely benefit the... even though the Brotherhood... But that wasn't enough. I had enough, so I left.
If not for the Brotherhood, do it for Dr. Virgil.
What they did to Dr. Virgil was cruel. It was wrong. How could I be so blind? You really know how to push my buttons. Tell Proctor Inc. it's going to take a hell of...
If you have a moment.
Ingram?
Wow, things are off to a good start. Isn't that right?
I hope so. Prime suffered some significant damage, but the good news is that the damage... If your people...
Did we make a mistake asking her to help?
Nah, don't worry about it. Besides, we're working fast.
Makes sense. You'll need some powerful
That's exactly... Well. What we need you to do.
Even if you know what... These are the plans?
Now, before you get that... The only... According... We've already said...
Once you start... Good luck.
abiding
Why not let them grow
will not be harmed.
Stand still.
Going down. Basement.
Yes.
In progress. Citizens are advised to... Where'd you go?
We play hide and seek now. As if I know what to do without something. Where's the enemies? I should
Warning. Dangerous is on the loose. Do not attempt to apprehend.
excuse me.
Going down. Scanning for hostiles. Basement. Clear. Going up. Second floor.
Why not let the robot deal with it? Beastly nuisance. Glad that's done.
This time.
Going up.
Proctor Ingram?
That's all 4 actuators. Delivered and done. Nice work.
Right on schedule. I've completed the restoration of Prime's basic functions, and he's ready to go. In fact, it's getting difficult to explain to the system why it can't move right.
Well, as soon as my scribes get those actuators in place, we'll have his arms and legs installed in no time. Which brings me to your next assignment. It won't be long before Prime can walk and talk, but he's missing one last important element. His nukes. Without them, his offensive systems aren't operating at peak capacity.
What's Prime armed with?
Prime has 2 weapon systems. His nukes are just one of his...
I'll run down to the Super Duper Mart and pick some up.
Cute. I wish it was that Prime's bomb pack. The Commonwealth was a major state, but since we were...
That's gonna be a problem. Without a fully loaded...
Can I build the nukes like I built the actuators?
I could build you 1,000 nuke casings, right now, but we've got nothing to put inside them. The Mark 28s have a specialized nuclear... In other words, but before you give up Proctor Quinlan, we're the cat.
What do you mean you're only fairly certain? Are they in there or not?
The glowing sea is so heavily irradiated, we're just gonna have to trust... Scribe, I suggest, hopefully, good luck.
Protecting people from themselves. The oldest excuse of any... We're sucking down a lot of rats sticking around here.
second thought.
Standing down.
Utilizing stealth.
Scribe Haylen?
It's good to see you again, Knight. You've come a long way since you stumbled in the Cambridge police station.
Thanks, Haylen. I assume the place is still in one piece.
Hostile sensor.